winning by 1-0 against the Czech side Slavia Prague, and that goal in the first leg agonisingly for Hearts, coming in only the last 5 minutes of the game after stout defensive work. A goal scored by Tatachuk, the Russian, who cost a fair penny or two, which I'll be mentioning later. And a goal, of course, that's set a great challenge to the Edinburgh public. And the chairman of Hearts, Wallace Mercer, decided to impose a radio and television ban. And surely the crowd have responded to that, because we've got about 17,000 inside Tynecastle, and listen to that atmosphere. A great growl and then roar of expectancy. And the challenge facing Hearts is representatives of Scottish football, and they realise only too well that so many questions are being asked about the quality of play in the domestic football scene, and so Hearts are carrying the banner tonight. The Czech team, no doubt, and having watched a lot of Czech football, will try to catch Hearts on the counter-attack. That is what they're known for. A very, very skilled team indeed, and a club that's been developed by an American-based entrepreneur, Boris Korbel, who's put up a lot of money to buy players like Binic and Tatachuk at a cost of almost £1 million. And Henry Smith getting his first touch of the ball. Henry, I'd hate to call him a veteran, but when one looks down his record, he's played 17 European games, and he's had 6 clean sheets. That's not bad for a goalkeeper in European football, I can tell you, compared to others. John Robertson. Very good tackle there by Jorasco, going away with it. Then whipped away by Tatachuk, the man who scored that goal in Prague. Played about 10 minutes of this game and still no scoring. Hearts have settled for the task well. A beautiful ball pushed forward there by Snodden. Robertson coming back towards it. Oh, up comes Mackay. Glorious shot. Oh, he done it! Oh, wonderful goal by Gary Mackay. Superb run. Robertson coming back towards it. Oh, up comes Mackay. Glorious shot. Oh, he done it! Oh, wonderful goal by Gary Mackay. Superb run there by Mackay from midfield, exactly what was required. A coach's dream, a midfield player coming up, taking over the striker's role as John Robertson fed the ball through to him. Superbly done by Mackay, and I think window. Certainly taking the time getting this man back to his feet again. This is the guy who scored the goal, and the referee wisely telling him to get off the park so they can get on with the game. Corner to be taken by Nikas on this side. Up it goes, so heavy, puts it in. Oh dear, what a tragedy. So heavy getting on the end of that, and that has been like kicked in the groin at your birthday party because they were celebrating so much. Marvellous start, and suddenly that corner kick. And so heavy with the equaliser, 14 minutes gone. That's a dreadful blow. It puts Slavia Prague 2-1 up in aggregate, and of course it's a vital away goal. Now how will Hearts respond to this? They must not lose their nerve nor the confidence they have in themselves, as demonstrated in the early part of the game. Oh, they're growing in confidence. Lerch, number 11. Looking towards that right foot of his. Whipped away by Van der Ven. And the referee anyway stopping the play. Defense. And also shoot from way out. Well, right underneath us. A deliberate and blatant attempt to get a free kick there out of absolutely nothing. Touched through by Penica. The far side, Binic, the Yugoslavian. Very tricky player, Binic. Dragiša Binic, 30 years of age, an experienced player. Missed the first leg due to injury. And look at the way Lerchkin in there, good defensive work again. Eamon Bannon calling in all his European experience. Neat little ball. Good running by Hearts that. Bannon again. Oh, Baird! Glorious play by Bannon. Finished off by Baird. Calling in all his European experience. Neat little ball. Good running by Hearts that. Bannon again. Oh, Baird! Glorious play by Bannon. Finished off by Baird. Hearts really manipulated the ball creatively in midfield on both their goals. And that must be a joy, whatever way this result works out. It must be a joy for Joe Jordan to see how well they constructed both goals. And the crowd lapping this up now. But I think it's too close to call at this stage. Far too close. However welcome the portents may be, Hearts have still got a lot to play for. Pushing there by Binic, the Yugoslavian. As I said about Dragiša Binic, 30 years of age, missed the first game. He won a Cup Winners' Medal, by the way, with Red Star Belgrade in 1991. Signed by Salvia at the start of last season. Well, who's up for that? Hearts not getting it cleanly enough in the air in their box. The back was Snodden. There he is again. Interesting time for Snodden tonight. First European game. 32 years of age. Mounting it up as Panika picks the ball up, gives it to Tatachuk. Clever player Tatachuk, there he is again. Really gets in, ooh, that's a delightful little ball, and it just passed, I think, offside though. So much at stake in this game that if I were to say that the supporters have enjoyed it so far, it would always be qualified by the thought that Hearts are still out of this competition as things stand, and so much to play for. The ultimate enjoyment is qualification. Now they've been building it up from the back very well. That's a beautiful ball meant for Bannon. He's coming in on the outside. Bannon may not just quite have the pace he used to have for Dundee United, but fulfilling that wide draw well. A bit of barging going on, but the referee turned away from that. Craig will have been anxious to get that ball and get on with it. He feels that they might just be going into a rather unsettled mood again, the Czechs. They're taken by Alan McLaren. That man Tatachuk again. At the back, Van der Ven. Free kick, surely a free kick, and Panika barging in there, and he's done it so often. Surely the referee has no alternative. There it is, the yellow card for Panika. just taking your time about this, getting the name noted. Wonderful game of football we've seen so far, with so much more to come. Still 2-1, 2-1 and aggregate. Taken away by Nakis, lying deep. Oh, good play by Mackay again. He got away from the man trying to crowd in on him and then fouled. It must be good for the younger players to see Gary Mackay still going, walking so energetically and playing with a lot of vision, fine touch. Which of course is what brought him to the note in these early days. Just beyond Bannon that. John Robertson with it and McKinley. I think they're going to leave it alone. Snodden. Back goes that defensive wall. Snodden, a low one in there. Comes out there to McLaren. Baird tries to go up for it. It's a corner though. I think there was some shouts from the crowd about a penalty kick, but it's got to be a corner. Baird, in fact, did very well indeed to disturb their poise going up for that, and listen to that crowd. Trying to lift hearts up. Oh, Levine! He's done it! Craig Levine! 3-1 now. Crowd. Trying to lift hearts up. Oh, Levine! He's done it! Craig Levine, 3-1 now, and I don't think the big defender has scored a more vital goal for his club. And look at Bannon as he went out of picture there, trying to whip up his prayers. That is Hearts ahead overall for the first time in the entire tie. Leading now by 3-1, which nullifies that away goal, of course. 42 minutes gone, and they are now well and truly in the driving seat. But certainly they don't want any self-inflicted injuries. Again, it's a matter of concentration. Well, it's a beautiful ball through there to Nick. Utter confusion reigning out there at the moment. Nobody seems to know what happened. Might be a little bit of a language difficulty, and it all goes back to Tosh McKinley again. Well, what was all that about? And in fact, there goes the half-time whistle. Hearts leading on the night by 3-1, 3-2 on aggregate. The opening goal scored by Gary Mackay in the 11th minute. Glorious pass from Robertson, which a midfield player finished so well, and then that dramatic equaliser by Yaroslav Selhavi in the 14th minute from the corner. Great goal by Baird, and then Levine making it 3-1, putting Hearts ahead for the first time in the tie. So there we are, that's a half-time score at Tynecastle. Hearts leading by 3-1. The goal by Gary Mackay in the 11th minute. Then Jaroslav Selhavi in the 14th to make it 1-1. Baird in the 21st minute, 2-1. And Craig Levine in the 42nd minute, putting Hearts ahead for the first time overall in the tie. Hearts about to start the second half. Marvellous game we've had. The atmosphere is superb. I cannot commend it enough to clubs around the country. If they want us to get any boost in Europe, get the support behind you. Get them onto the terracing. And that is what Wallace Mercer, a very good commercial touch, has managed to do. He's got his fans behind the club. And now it's up to the players, and the players certainly have responded very well to that. Leading by 3 goals. They throw to McKinley. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. A clash there, and the Hearts players are enraged by that. Robertson has taken a lot of savage treatment. All strikers do in modern football. Tosh McKinley going away quite unconcerned about it all. I think Bannon was indicating there might have been an elbow deliberately dug into the back of John Robertson. The Hearts physio has come out to have a look at him. In the background, the Czech subs. You have got to be very brave indeed to be a striker. They're coming at you from the back, punishing tackles, the odd dig in the ribs. Now we've already had a booking in this game. Panika was booked originally, Martin Panika, 22-year-old player who came from the second division club Slovan Liberec a couple of years ago. Scored 6 league goals in 28 appearances. And nothing came out of that at all. Beard taking it down. Now that was pretty harsh. Now I wonder. Oh, it's a red card. Panika, the man I was talking about there. What a stupid foul. The substitutes getting involved in this, and it's all becoming a bit tousy. But the referee remaining in the eye of the storm and very coolly saying, you're off. 58 minutes gone, and off goes Panika. Second booking, quite gratuitous foul. And his team are up against it now. They're trailing by 3 goals to 1. They're now reduced to 10 men. But I wouldn't, if I were a Hearts player, I wouldn't be assuming that that was an easy passage now. 10 men can sometimes perform wonders as Bannon puts that in. Tries to get it back to him, Bannon with it. Oh, good ball, Bannon. What's the final ball going to be like? Oh, Janos. Hard supporters in the enclosure underneath us didn't like that throw-in, but busting through there is Salhavi. Oh, it's a neat little ball, and they're getting in behind Hearts at the moment. Beautifully swept away though. Neatly played to the outside to McKinley. Snodden wants it and gets it. Oh, it needed a little elevation. It was too low. There was Bannon coming in from the right. John Robertson right on the penalty spot. However, corner kick. Tempting one for the near post. Was that a deliberate push? Bannon with it. They push Craig Levine and Hogg forward. A rather careless sort of header there by Levine. Nice little 1-2 there. Vinic is there. Oh, it's in! It's a goal by Pavel Kuka. Pavel Kuka, 24 years of age, has given them a real lifeline. The man has won 14 caps for Czechoslovakia. Has scored a vital goal, perhaps even more vital than the 4 goals he scored for his country, because that makes the score 3-2, 3-3 in aggregate. And of course they've now scored 2 away goals, so at this stage Hearts are out of the competition again. And playing against 10 men, I did, as I so often have, made the warning about carelessness, slackness, and of course the Czechs proving there that they're still a very good side indeed. And Pavel Kuka, I watched him recently playing against the Czechs at the moment, going through. Czech fans, of course, a few of them in the crowd, about 500 or so, being heard and giving encouragement. And we're getting a substitution as Berger comes on, the player who many thought was the man of the match in Prague, 19-year-old Patrick Berger. Noted for his passing qualities. He'll have to have a bit of nerve, I should say, coming on into this cauldron. Robinson, took that very cunningly. Surely taken out of it there. The referee waving. Well, he stopped it now, but I think initially I'm quite convinced that Robinson was fouled, but a free kick that time for handling. And they've just got away with that again, caught in possession or almost. Oh, free kick. No, the referee waved play on. Hearts do have the advantage this time. McKinley. Baird trying to get to the end of it. Oh, too obvious. Hearts. Eamon Bannon going into the defensive wall. It's put down to Robertson now. I think most teams take a free kick like that nowadays. It was well read by the Czechs. And you get a free kick. Well, really they're getting a replay almost. If you win two free kicks like this in succession in such a short space of time, then you've really got to exploit it. And I think it's Snodden to take this free kick, and the referee, as usual, will have to usher this defensive wall back. An anxious moment both for the Czechs and for Hearts. Glenn Snodden playing in his first European game. I make it 79 minutes gone. Oh, it's a wonderful goal! Game. I make it 79 minutes gone. Oh, it's a wonderful goal! Quite magnificent goal by Glenn Snodden as the ball ricocheted from behind the goal, the stanchion, and back into play, but it was in the back. A superb free kick, as I said, 79 minutes gone. 4-2, and that is Hearts in front. Glenn Snodden, the man who's played for Doncaster, Sheffield Wednesday and Leeds. He was signed on a free after Howard Wilkinson signed Tony Dorigo in March. And by the way, I've been told, I haven't seen all of the games, that he's hit the bar 5 times this season. And it really is astonishing. Marvellous. It's his first goal for Hearts as well. What a double. I doubt very much if there has been such a volume of noise erupting from Tynecastle in many a year. Not just the quality of the free kick, but the significance of it coming when it did. Just under 10 minutes remaining. And Hearts now require not to be at all fancy or flamboyant, but simply to get down there and labour away in an honest manner, and simply hold on to what they have. Yes, you see there Henry favouring the left foot. He didn't do so well the first time, but he gets it better that time. I make it just about 3 minutes remaining. Still 4-2, they're getting into the box, and I've got to be very careful, Hearts. Bannon coming away with it. Free kick. Well, I said a few minutes ago, there's nobody wishing Hearts to be putting the confectionery, icing the cake in any sense whatsoever. You just got to keep solid. Do the simple things a simple way now. Bannon. Keep possession. That's the way to go about it now. Robertson. There will be some stoppage time, of course. And quite clearly rather spoiling tactics by Hearts at the moment. Perfectly legitimate, just keep the ball in a nice tight little corner. Well, if I were FIFA, I would ban that as well. The pass back, the ban on the pass back, deliberate pass back has been a great success. I would do it for the throw-in pass back to the goalkeeper as well. Nice little touch forward, they're looking dangerous. That is Berger trying to get in. Going to be a throw, and quite obviously it's going to be a long one. The whistle's going up from the terracings, in it comes. That looked to me like a kind of awkward tackle on the back of the Czech player. That really wasn't all that necessary. That's very dangerous. And surely a foul throw, yes. 3 or 4 times in this game the crowd have advised the referee as to that, and he's turned a deaf ear to it. Not this time. And it's all a matter of time. I make it about a minute. There may be stoppage time, of course. Hearts 4-3 up and aggregate. Free kick. Well, the Czechs, I'm sure, came to Tynecastle confident that they could pull this off. 1 goal up. They'd played very good football in Prague, but they've been met tonight by some excellent football by Hearts and an inspired performance as well. But still time for them to kill Hearts, to be honest. I've seen it happen so often in European football. Now this dangerous man, Tadachuk. Oh, he's annoyed with himself. A fine player who just went off target that time. I think there might have been a little bauble on the ball before it came to him. And the Hearts supporters imploring the referee to blow his whistle. But of course they never do in these circumstances. It has been a memorable night at Tynecastle. If it stays this way, Hearts can put this in the history books as one of the finest performances. And we're into stoppage time, well into it by now, but the referee, no indication of stopping yet. And this is one of these dangerous elements of football because we have no way of telling just how long stoppage is going to be. But we're now about a minute into stoppage time, just over. You can hear what the crowd think of it. Still 4-3, the Czechs with it. And nobody has moved out of Tynecastle. I might well ask those folks who are in the terracings, why don't you come every week? What a place, what a transformation in a ground in Tynecastle when you get a big crowd like this. 17,000 confirmed, by the way, as attendance. John Robertson just content to push it away. I think, in fact, it came off the check, yes. Throw to Hearts. Taken there by Wright. There are very tired players out there now. We're virtually into extra time because he's now played, by my watch, almost 3 minutes of stoppage time. Well, I said there were tired players. That was an indication of it. Oh, surely another foul throw. Really? Robertson all in his own. Anxious times for Hart as Eamon Bannon, using his experience, almost closing the defender down. And what a tremendous financial boost this is to Hearts as well, if they can go through. That's Cooker almost picking it up. Back to Berger. Not quite sure why Berger wasn't on the field to start with, but away goes Bannon, and he'll know to hold on to the ball. That's what matters. Take it to a corner. I remember Bertie Auld once sitting in a ball in the corner flag in a European game. He wouldn't get away with that nowadays, but he got away with it then. Well, that's a slack one. That comes from tiredness. McKinley picked up by Baird. McKinley doing well to go to the outside, and what does he get out of it? He gets a free kick. That'll do Hearts very nicely indeed. We're now approaching almost 4 minutes of stoppage time. It must be agonising for Hearts supporters, for their players and the staff in the dugout, for the directors and the directors' box to see this going on as time is added on to this game. Still 4-3 on aggregate, and the massive Hearts backing on edge. There's no discernible sign of jubilation at the moment. They're just wanting the final whistle. Still it won't come. That's a free kick. They'll thank them very much for that. And one begins to wonder, where did all this stoppage time come from? You could judge for yourself. I didn't see 4 minutes worth, that's for sure. And there it goes! Hearts have beaten Salvia Pratha on aggregate by 4-3 on a memorable night at Tynecastle. A game to be savoured for long. The Hearts supporters relishing a marvellous fight back by the team. They faced adversity in losing these 2 goals, and they came back and showed not only great skill, but faced up to a test of character and came through with flying colours. Hearts are in the next round of the UEFA Cup after a glorious display. And a thanks must go to the Hearts supporters. They added that extra dimension tonight, and I'm sure the management will be delighted about that. And I hear Scott Crabb coming across. Scott Crabb is moving to Dundee United. His last appearance at Tynecastle. He's been a Hearts boy supporter all his life, and thanking the crowd in the most tangible way on behalf, I'm sure, of his players and staff tonight. This is an evening we will not forget for a long time.